What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. On today's video we are going to do something very exciting and very fun. As you guys know, today is December the 31st of 2023, which is the last day of the year. Before I start on the video, really quick, want to wish you guys a happy New Year's Eve and a happy New Year's. For those of you guys who are subscribers of mine, I want to thank you so much for the support that you have provided to me on this first year of me being a content creator, I guess, a Hot Toys collector, whatever you guys want to call me. I want to wish you guys the best in 2024. Hopefully 2024 is a much better year for you guys than 2023. But of course, today being the last day of the year, I wanted to do something very exciting, and that is we are going to do a ranking of the best and worst Hot Toys figures of the year. Before I start on the actual ranking, want to clarify some things before I start, so that way you guys are aware of what we're doing today. So as you guys can see here on my screen, these are all the figures that are, according to me, were released throughout the whole year. I want to make sure they weren't announced, they were released. So basically it means that Hot Toys already shipped and ordered these figures to some of their customers. Obviously there are a lot of these figures that some of us have not received yet, but pretty much most of the people, especially in Hong Kong, have received all of these figures, especially if they have that intent of collecting all of the figures, right? I do also want to reiterate, most of these figures, I unfortunately do not have them, either because they haven't arrived yet, or because at the time I wasn't a collector yet. As you guys know, I've been a collector for almost 6 months, so I haven't had the chance to actually collect every single one of these figures. It's one of those things where I really regret not starting before, because there's so many figures that I missed out on, and so many great videos that we could have made reviewing some of these guys, but well, at the same time, I don't want to live with regrets. At the end of the day, I am very happy with what I've collected this year. I did think about doing a video of the best figures I've received throughout the year, but I don't think that it's been that many. So I think the best idea would be to just pretty much rank all these figures. I try to do my homework on all of them as much as I possibly could, so that I can give an honest ranking on them. Again, we pretty much have a tier list here of pretty much, where we're able to rank all of the figures, again, from elite to great to good to average to below average. I want to also make sure that you guys know what my judgment is going to be about. I'm going to try to be as objective as I possibly can be. Obviously, there are some figures here that that have a close place to my heart, just because of nostalgia, or because I grew up watching these characters as a kid. But I'm gonna try my best not to let nostalgia get the best of me. I'm gonna describe, or I guess judge the figure based on, number one, how it looks, number two, the comparison to the live action figure. Some of these figures might not be good looking in action live movies, but Hot Toys did a phenomenal job of doing the figure as it is in the movie. So we really have to pay kind of close attention and be careful how we judge these figures. Me personally, I'm gonna go based on the comparison of how it was on like a TV series or a video game or a movie, and how they created that character based on on that specific show or movie. So I'm gonna go based on that. I'm gonna go based on the on the accessories that it has as well. But at the same time, I'll be honest, some nostalgia will kick in, but I will try my best not to let that be the deciding factor, but just kind of like an extra type of factor when I consider all these figures. So let's go ahead and get started, guys. Again, so many figures. There are a total of 66 figures that I have here. I do want to confess there might be one or two that I might have missed that was released this year. If I did, I deeply apologize. They are a lot of figures that I had to pretty much research. Feel free to leave a comment if I did miss one of them, so that way I can either possibly make another video judging that specific character, or just pretty much edit the video and add that specific character. But let's go ahead and get started. So I did all the characters in alphabetical order. Let's go ahead and start with the first one. So we're gonna go ahead and go with Ahsoka and Grogu. Obviously, these two were pretty much in a full figure, I guess, package. They were both released at the same time. I took a look at some of the images. If you guys do want to take a look at deeper images, you guys can always go to the Hot Toys website on Instagram, or just go to the Sideshow Collectibles website online as well. Me personally, taking a look at the figure, I thought it was a good figure. I thought that the likeness to Rosario Dawson was pretty good, but not great, especially knowing that new Ahsoka figure that was released from the TV series. So it's a good figure, but I'm gonna pretty much just go to good. I can't go to great, but it's not average either, because the fact that it comes from Grogu, with Grogu, I'm sorry, I think that's what makes it good. This figure is based on her appearance in The Mandalorian, so again, also want to go ahead and be careful on that, because where the figure comes from, that's a big deciding factor as well. But for me, we're gonna go with good for Ahsoka and Grogu. Next, we're gonna go ahead and do Batman. This is going to be the Arkham Origins version. This was released at the very beginning of the year. This is a special edition for Batman. The suit is absolutely amazing. I was taking a look at some of the images. I was taking a look at some videos from other collectors who actually got this figure. He looks awesome, and a great figure. So this one I am going to go with great. Again, another thing that I will go ahead and clarify, I will let you guys know which figures I do have, which ones I don't, and which ones I am planning to get or in the process of getting. So I am going to go ahead and clarify that, so that way you guys are aware of what I have and what I don't. So obviously these two, I don't have neither of them, and I'll be honest with you guys, I don't plan on purchasing them, because first of all, with Ahsoka, there is a new Ahsoka which is so much better coming soon, and this Batman edition, with all due respect, right, and I don't mean to hate on Batman, because I'm a huge Batman fan, but it really doesn't captivate my attention, right, and I really don't have that much interest in purchasing him. Then we have this Batman, which is a Christian Bale version of the Batman with the classic suit, which is the gray and the blue. This figure, I do have it, but I haven't unboxed it yet. For those of you guys who have followed me, obviously you guys know that I did some remodelations, some reconstruction to my room or setup, so that way we can present a better setup, and that took me a while. So I already have this figure, but I haven't unboxed it, so I'm gonna go based on the pictures that I've seen so far and not the actual box, because I don't want to cheat, right? But me personally, I was not a fan. I thought that this figure was not good at all. The idea, okay, fine, I get it. We're all big fans of Batman, especially the classic version look. But I thought that the execution on this figure was not good. I thought that the way the suit was made was not good at all. The coloring was awful. I did have some good accessories, but again, the coloring was just not good. I thought it was a bad idea by Hot Toys, with all due respect. Now again, maybe once I open the figure with you guys, and that should be in the next upcoming days, maybe I'll change my opinion. But again, for now, to me, this figure, with all due respect, is going to be a below average for me. Again, I'm trying to be as objective as I possibly can, guys. Now we have, speaking of Bale, we have another Christian Bale figure. Now this is a quarter scale. Another figure that I don't have, and unfortunately I am not planning to get. Yes, I do plan on getting some Christian Bale figures in the future, and once I do get them, I will definitely unbox them here on my YouTube channel. This figure, to me, I saw, and again, just going by the pictures, just going by the videos from other collectors, it's absolutely awesome. This guy looks fantastic. The face sculpt to Christian Bale is great. He looks really good. This one, I'm actually gonna go all the way to Elite. That guy, he looks phenomenal. And again, as I mentioned before, a little bit of nostalgia is gonna kick in, because again, it is a Christian Bale Batman, and I grew up with this guy, so a big fan. And again, the figure itself looks great, right? But again, I'm not letting nostalgia get the best of me, because again, this is Christian Bale as well, right? And I'm putting him below average, right? So I do want to clarify that. Next, we have the tactical suit Batman, which is the Ben Affleck version. This is going to be from the Zack Snyder's Justice League movie. this is a figure that I do have. So this is the first one that I actually do have, and I actually did an unboxing and review video, which is of course here on my YouTube channel. If you guys want to check it out, feel free to do so. I really like this figure. I can't go great, but I will go good. I liked it a lot. It was a really good figure, had a lot of great accessories. The base was phenomenal. The look on the suit was really, really good. There are some things that I didn't like that makes me not go to great, and also the historical, I guess, meaning of this figure isn't enough for me to put him on elite either. So I think for now I'm gonna go ahead and go with good. Next one is the Black Panther. This one was a special edition that they released for Chadwick. May he rest in peace. That's another figure that I do have. That guy, I do have him as well, and I also have an unboxing and review video on my YouTube channel. That guy also, same thing. I'm gonna go ahead and go with actually great. Here's the reason why. The face sculpt to Chadwick was fantastic. The accessories that the figure had was really, really good. I really didn't find any complaints, but at the same time, it didn't jump out for me. It didn't make me say, you know what, this guy is elite. I couldn't go that far. I'm sorry, guys, but I really liked it. I thought it was a really, really good figure, so I'm gonna go ahead and go with great. I thought that it was a really, really, really great figure. Next, we're going to go ahead and go with Boba Fett from his own series, Boba Fett. This guy also great figure. The color texture on the suit looks fantastic, and the appearance is pretty much the same as he is in the series. So I am also going to go ahead and put this guy on good. Not great, because again, for me, great or elite, it does matter who we're talking about, right? Again, Boba Fett, with all due respect to Boba Fett, I'm a huge fan of his. He's not Vader, he's not Luke, he's not Obi-Wan or Yoda, so I can't go all the way to elite with this guy. Again, hope you guys don't take offense with what I'm saying right now, right? Again, that's just kind of my own criteria of how I'm judging these guys. Next, I'm gonna go with C-3PO, and this is gonna be from Attack of the Clones. The likeness to C-3PO, my apologies, is really, really good. I really like how he looks. But again, I didn't really find anything that, that makes me kind of, be excited about him. I thought it was a very average figure by Hot Toys. Again, there's nothing bad about him, but at the same time, there's nothing too impressive about him. I thought it was just a very regular figure in my personal opinion, so I'm gonna go ahead and go with average for C-3PO. Next, we're gonna go ahead and go with Cad Bane, also from the Boba Fett series. I thought Cad Bane looked fantastic. This guy was a really, really good figure as well, and I'm gonna go ahead and put this guy over here on good. It doesn't jump out to me for me to go ahead and put him on great. So to me, I have to put him on good. A really good figure, looks really, really good. The accessories on him look great, but again, just not enough for me to put him on the great tier. Next, we're gonna go ahead and go with Sam Wilson's Captain America from the series. I thought he looked really, really good. The Falcon and the Winter Soldier series. He looked really, really good as well. Again, same thing with with Cad Bane. He doesn't jump out for me. I'm gonna go ahead and put him on good as well. Had some really good accessories. The likeness to the actor is really, really good. He looks exactly as Sam Wilson, so those things are great. But again, it doesn't jump out for me, right? So I really can't put him on grade. To me, he's just a really good figure, right? So no issues there. Next, we have Carnage. Oh, and by the way, I am so sorry, guys. Before I forget, so C-3PO, Boba Fett, Cad Bane, Sam Wilson, all those four guys, I don't have them, right? So I do want to clarify that. I don't have any of these figures. I'm just going based on images from Hot Toys and videos of other collectors who have purchased these figures. Next, we're gonna go to Carnage, and I'm gonna go, and I believe this is gonna be my first controversial decision. I have Carnage. I have collected Carnage. Why didn't I do an unboxing video? I don't know. I have just barely begun to collect, and I guess I wasn't ready to make an unboxing video. But I do have this guy. I'm gonna go ahead and put him on elite. Let me explain why, guys. So this guy, number one, the pricing on it was absolutely expensive. but to me, the scary look on him, all the accessories, how massive, how big he is, how scary he looks. He is an absolute unit, a beast in all, in its totality. An absolutely amazing figure, one that I fell in love with as soon as I opened it. A great figure. I did not find any actually, yes, possibly yes. The only thing that I possibly had some issues with was possibly with the way that the arms connect with his chest piece. They could have made it a whole complete figure. That would have been phenomenal, but maybe that was a little bit hard because of all the accessories that the figure comes with. But to me, the look on him is just great. It came with so many things. The base was fantastic. The box was really good. I wish I would have done an unboxing video, so that way I could have expressed all of my feelings about how I feel with this figure. So I'm gonna go ahead and put him on Elite. I'm sure a lot of you guys are gonna disagree with me, right? But I'm just, this might just my personal opinion. Another figure that I have is the classic Iron Man, and I just did an unboxing video about that one. This is a figure I really liked a lot as well. He is a great figure. I'm gonna go ahead and put him on great. I can't put him on legendary. I didn't think it had enough accessories for me to go there, but the look on the figure was fantastic. As I had mentioned on my video, which is also on my YouTube channel, the paint applications were fantastic. The accessories were pretty good as well. And again, he is a very legendary character, so I must put him on great. So one that I really liked. Another controversial decision, the next one, Classic Loki. That is a figure I don't have. But obviously I watched the series Loki, and it's a series that I really liked a lot, right? And obviously Classic Loki was not on this series for a long time. He was only there for a couple of scenes. The likeness to the actor that played Classic Loki was absolutely amazing. He looked fantastic. The face sculpt is one of the best that I've ever seen, and he comes with a lot of accessories. So the fact that Hot Toys did so many detailing on this figure is such a great thing. And so I'm gonna go again Elite. Honestly, I can't believe I'm making these decisions, right? But again, just looking at the videos of other collectors and the images, this guy looked absolutely awesome. And again, as of today, I feel that regret not making the decision of buying this guy. I really hate the fact that I didn't get him. So I wish I would have gotten him. I didn't. But again, he looks so good. So many accessories, and the face sculpt was fantastic. And also I loved his appearance on the series. He was huge, and who doesn't like that guy? So I must put him on Elite. Next, we're gonna go ahead and go with the Clone Pilot. So the Clone Pilot also was a figure that I really liked a lot. If I'm not mistaken, this is also from The Mandalorian. If I'm not mistaken, please forgive me if I'm making a mistake on this. I am not that good with the clones versions of these figures, but I did go ahead and check out the images. I also am gonna go with an average figure. There's really nothing that jumps out for me about the Clone Pilot. It's a good figure, has good accessories, but I really can't put him in the same category as Batman or Ahsoka or all these characters, to be honest with you guys. And again, please forgive me for my opinion on this, but to me, all of the clones kind of belong here on this average type of tier list, because the clones are big characters, but at the same time there aren't characters that really jump out. So I really can't put the clones higher than average. Next is gonna be Cobb Barth. I hope I'm spelling that correctly. This is also from the Mandalorian, if I'm not mistaken, as well, or from Boba Fett, one of the two. This guy actually is a good figure, but the face sculpt wasn't that great. Again, this is another figure that I don't have, but again, looking at the videos from other collectors, as I mentioned before, the face sculpt wasn't really that great. So it's one that I really didn't have a lot of great impressions about him. So I'm gonna go ahead and also put him on the average tier list. Again, not a bad figure, but not a great one either. Next one is going to be Commander Apple. Commander Apple actually is a good figure also. He reminds me a lot of Captain Rex because of the look. Good figure. But also this guy, I'm actually gonna put him on good, and here's the reason why. This figure comes with some type of kind of speed type of I'm not sure if to call it a spaceship or a ride. You guys would know, the ones that collected this figure. I don't have him obviously, but he came with that accessory on him. So the fact that he came with that, I can't put him on average. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this guy on good because of that ride. I guess, if you know, spaceship, whatever you guys want to go ahead and call it, speedster, you know, whatever you guys want to call it. He comes with that, right? So that makes me put him on the good tier list. A really good figure as well. Next, we're gonna go ahead and go with Crosshair. So Crosshair, same thing. I'm gonna go ahead and put him on average. Not a lot jumped out to me. A good figure. Again, another clone here. No issues with the figure, but again, nothing that jumps out. So I'm gonna go ahead and put him on average. Again, another figure that I don't have. I do want to clarify, there's gonna be a lot of figures here, guys, that I don't have, and that's because, again, I just started this collecting business. So there's a lot of figures here that I really didn't get a chance to purchase, but I promise you guys that by the end of next year of 2024, there's going to be so many figures of these that I will have, and I'm sure that I'll be a little bit better at judging these figures one by one. Next, we're gonna go with Cyborg, and this is from the Zack Snyder's Justice League movie. This figure, I do have him. Honestly, no issues with him. The face sculpt I believe is Ray Fisher, the name of the actor. I apologize if I'm mistaken his name. The face sculpt was fantastic for this figure, and he comes with two face sculpts, right? One closed and one with his half face, of course. Comes with a lot of great accessories. The way the suit is, how shiny the silver part of that suit, it's absolutely amazing. So a big fan of this figure. I did not do an unboxing video on this one either. Why? Again, I don't know. I think I was a little bit too afraid to actually start doing unboxing videos at that point. But again, this is a figure that I do have, and I really do like him a lot. I'm gonna go with good. I can't go with great, but I do think it's a really good figure. Next, we have Doc Ock from the Spider-Man No Way Home movie. This is another figure that I do have. Doc Ock, I'm a big fan. I am in my mid-20s, and I am the biggest Raimi Spider-Man fan you guys can find out there. Doc Ock is one of my favorite villains. Big fan. But again, don't want to let nostalgia get the best of me. I do want to be as honest and as objective as I possibly can be. I was very disappointed with this Doc Ock figure by Hot Toys. The face sculpt was horrendous. One of the worst face sculpts that I've seen by Hot Toys, and that really, I don't want to say it ruined the figure for me, but it really made me not like him a lot. To me, if he would have had the perfect face sculpt, I would have had him right here, no question about it. But because of that ugly face sculpt and how he looks, I have to put him only as a good figure. Again, to me, the only thing that saves him from being on this list is that it's Doc Ock. I can't put him on such a low list. But again, that face sculpt to this figure was really not good at all. So again, I have to put him on the good list. I wish I would have put him on great or elite, but I just can't. I have to be as objective as I possibly can. The next figure is Doctor Strange. This is his version from Multiverse of Madness. I just also did an unboxing and review video with this one. This is a figure that I do have, and I posted him last week. I mentioned to you guys that this was my favorite figure that I've ever received, right? I haven't received that many figures, right? But for now, it is the best figure that I received. 1 week later, I still feel the same way. This guy is as perfect of a figure as Hot Toys has ever released. All of the accessories, the two face sculpts, the likeness to Benedict, it's absolutely amazing. Just a great figure, period. Honestly, one of the best that Hot Toys has ever released. There is no question in my mind that this guy goes on the elite tier list. If you guys disagree with me, feel free to let me know, right? At the same time, I respect everyone's opinions. I will respect each and one of y'all's opinions. Totally understand if you guys don't agree with the way I have my list. Again, this is why we do these lists, so that we can all share each other's opinions. But to me, Doctor Strange, there's no question that he goes on the elite tier list. Next, we have Electro. Electro, same thing. Just did an unboxing video with him, right? This guy, I do have him. Another really good figure, honestly. Another really good figure. The likeness to Jamie Foxx was fantastic. The accessories were great. But there were some things that were missing. The fact that there was no light up effect on his lighting was kind of a disappointment for me. Still in all, a really good figure. I'm not going to go great. I'm going to go ahead and go good as well, right? A really good character, really good figure. But I just can't go great. I'm sorry. I feel like I probably should, right? But I just want to be as honest as I possibly can. Next, we're gonna go with Fennec Shand. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Fennec Shand. That is from the book of Boba Fett. This is a really good figure as well. The likeness is really good to the character in the series. I really liked her a lot in the series as well. I thought she kicked a lot of ass, if I could say that. She was a great character in the series, and is one that I enjoyed a lot. So I'm also gonna go with good. Nothing really stands out a lot for me to put on the great tier list, but a really good character. Liked her a lot, so I'm gonna go ahead and go with good. Next is a figure. Oh, by the way, I don't have her, so want to clarify, I don't have her. Next, we have the upgraded suit of the Green Goblin. This is from his appearance in Spider-Man No Way Home. It's a figure that I don't have yet, but Hot Toys has released it, so some of you guys have already gotten this guy. I will get it as soon as Sideshow sends me that notification that it's ready to go. This suit looks fantastic. The accessories look great. I believe the glider is the same as on this one right here. There might be some differences there. Obviously, once I do get this figure, we will be making a lot of comparisons between these two guys right here. I cannot wait for me to go ahead and do that. But right now, just looking, from videos of other content creators and the pictures, he looks fantastic. A lot of accessories. This looks really good. No question. I'm gonna go ahead and go with great on this one. I can't go elite yet. Now I say yet because, again, I haven't received the figure in person. Once I do, I'll give my honest opinion on him. Some things might change. We'll see how it goes. I do want to clarify that there's some figures here that they're good, on images, but then you get them in person and they're a completely different thing. They might look better, they might look worse. You never know, right? So for now, Green Goblin, I'm gonna go ahead and put him on the great tier list. Next, we have the normal suit, the normal Green Goblin suit. This figure, I do have him, and I do also have an unboxing video on my YouTube channel. I explained a lot of things that I kind of had an issue with this figure. The glider was really good. The figure was great, but it was very hard to pose them on the glider. It did come with some accessories, not a lot of things, but at the same time, that wasn't an issue of mine. Now here's where we get kind of controversial, because if I put him right here, I mean, is he really the same as Doc Ock? Not really, right? But at the same time, is he as good as the original, as the upgraded suit? To me, he is, because to me, the difference between this one and this one is the helmet. So to me, I'm a big fan of the helmet. I've always been a big fan of the helmet. To me, it makes the Goblin look even scarier than what he actually is already. So, and that's just my personal opinion. So I'm gonna go ahead and put him on the great tier list as well. A lot of great things about that figure, and yes, I'm gonna let nostalgia for the first time get the best of me. I love that guy. He is my favorite Spider-Man villain of all time. So yes, he must go on the great tier list for now. Next, we're gonna go with Groot from his series I Am Groot. I really like this guy a lot as well. A lot of good accessories on him. A lot of great things that it came with. No issues with him whatsoever. Again, don't have the figure, just going based on the images and videos of other content creators. I really can't say I have a lot of issues with him, so we're just gonna go ahead and go with good. That's pretty much what I would feel right now with him. for the series. Next we have Infinity Ultron, another figure that I have, and he was my first actual unboxing and review video. Not the best video, a lot of things that I did wrong when I did him, but well, you know, we gotta learn somewhere. This is a figure I liked a lot as well. He looks exactly as it is in this series. The only reason I can't go with great is because of the feeling of the body. I thought his legs and his arms are too loose, and it's hard to get him to stand. He is the heaviest figure that I've ever received from Hot Toys, such a heavy figure. And it looks great, you know, the accessories, the cape, they all look really, really good. But again, there's some things that make me not want to go to actually, you know what, no, I can't go great, because again, I can't put this guy in the same list with Doc Ock. This guy was a really, really good figure. I guess I just can't go elite, if I can put it that way. I can't put him elite because of the feeling of the body, that it's a little bit too loose. But yeah, I think he's good enough to put on great, just based on his look and the 6 Infinity Stones and the Ultron, the Vision head sculpt underneath the mask. So I think it's good enough to be on the great tier list. Next, another figure that I have as well, which is the integrated suit Spider-Man. So at the time that I purchased this guy, I wasn't interested in becoming a content creator. I only wanted to collect figures because I'm a big fan of these characters. I didn't get the deluxe version, and I regret that till this day. I only got the normal version. I didn't get the deluxe. So I don't have the tentacles, not the tentacles, but the Doc Ock mechanical arm kind of base that comes with the figure. I only have the figure on its own, but the suit was so well made. Probably the only issues that I had with this was probably the head sculpt of Tom Holland, the fact that it still had the same head sculpt as previous movies. Also the way that the mask and the neck piece connects. But for example, his spider arms on his back, they look great, and they look really, really good. So the suit itself also is great. So for me, I'm gonna go with great. I can't go elite because of those small issues, but at the same time, he's really good enough for me to put on great. Next, we're gonna go ahead and do the Iron Man Mark III. If I'm not mistaken, they re-released this figure, Hot Toys. So as you guys can see here, some of these images, we have a lot of Iron Man figures, man, and it's the funny thing, because me doing this video, it makes me realize how many Iron Man's Hot Toys releases on a yearly basis. And the funny thing is that I still don't have an actual Iron Man Tony Stark kind of original figure from Hot Toys. I only have the Neon Tech and the classic Iron Man from Hot Toys, but eventually we will get a lot of Tony Stark Iron Man figures, so stay tuned for when those arrive. But this is an Iron Man Mark III figure. The figure's fantastic. Now let me say that yes, Hot Toys releases a lot of Iron Man figures, and at some point we do get annoyed, but something that I can't say is that they're bad figures, because they're not. These are some really, really good figures. This guy is really, really good, and the likeness to the figure is great. And just comparing him to my Iron Man Mark III from ZD Toys, there's no comparison. The Hot Toys version is just much better. So this guy, I'm gonna go ahead and go with great. The only reason I'm not going with elite is because to me Mark III isn't one of his greatest suits. It's one of his newer suits, so I just can't go with elite. But he looks really, really good, so to me I'm gonna go with great. Next, we have another Iron Man. This one is the Mark IV, and this comes included with the suit of Gauntry. This is a 1/4 scale, so this is a quarter scale, so it is a much bigger figure than regular Hot Toys figures. This guy was also fantastic. This guy, again, another figure that I don't have, sadly. This guy was fantastic. Looking at the videos, the images, everything looked really, really good. The fact that it comes with all of this and it is a quarter scale, I can't even imagine the excitement that some of you guys must feel getting this guy in person. So for me, no question about it, also an elite figure. To me, he's just that good. Again, the fact that it comes with all of that is just simply amazing. Next, we're gonna go ahead and go with another exclusive. So this is from the Disney 100th anniversary. Why did I not get this guy? Honestly, why did I not get him? This is, if I'm not mistaken, Mark 7. This was released at the beginning of the year, but it was announced at the beginning of the year, and it was already released to some of you guys. It was an exclusive Hot Toys version. Never got the chance to get it. Again, I don't understand where I didn't get him, right? So that's something that I regret already, but also another fantastic figure. And yeah, I'm gonna go with Elite as well. I mean, the guy looked fantastic. Face sculpt, great as always. No issues with him. Really good figure, honestly. So fantastic figure, and no question to me, he belongs on the Elite version. Next, we have the silver Centurion suit from the Iron Man 3 movie. Same thing, Tony Stark, Iron Man, another figure. This one, I'm actually just going to go with good. I'm not a big fan of how the suit looks, and obviously because he's not one of the original suits. It's one of the ones that he used during that final battle scene. So, if I'm not mistaken, by the way. Another figure that I don't have, sadly, and looking at the images, it looks great, but I don't think it's good enough for me to put with this guy or these two guys right here. So I'm going to go ahead and put him there. Next, we're going to go with the Iron Man stealth suit from the comics. So this is kind of like the light blue-ish color. So as you guys can see, this image pretty much has the same resemblance as the classic Iron Man, because again, it is from the same series, but it is the stealth suit, also an exclusive version. At the time that he was released, I wasn't a collector. If I was, trust me, I would have gotten him. No question about it. To me, this guy also belongs on the great tier list. I can't go elite, right? But he's really a really good figure. Looking at the images again, fantastic figure. Coloring looks great. The idea was phenomenal by Hot Toys to go ahead and release this guy. So to me, no question, he belongs on the great tier list. Next, we're gonna go with Kate Bishop. I'm gonna go ahead and confess something to you guys. I have a big crush on Hailee Steinfeld. I am a big fan of hers. She was fantastic during the TV series. The head sculpt is awful. I'm just gonna go ahead and put it that way. It is an awful head sculpt. One of the worst head sculpts, right up there with Doc Ock's head sculpt. Honestly, a complete disservice that they did with Hailee Steinfeld. I don't know what they did with this head sculpt for Kate Bishop, but to me, that head sculpt alone is enough for me to put her on below average. I hate to do it because again, I'm a big fan of Hailee, but I have to be as honest as I possibly can be. To me, this figure isn't good enough to be on these tier lists. I really did not like this figure, and again, I don't have her. And when I saw that head sculpt, trust me, I did not want to get her at all. So again, below average figure for me, no question about it. Next, we're gonna go ahead and go with Koska Reeves. I'm sorry about that. So Koska Reeves, another figure, also, if I'm not mistaken, from either The Mandalorian or the Book of Boba Fett. By the way, my apologies about the confusion of these characters with the Book of Boba Fett or The Mandalorian. It's been a while since I've seen some of these series, and I really don't have too much knowledge of them, and so I really hate the fact that I'm not that knowledgeable, right? If you guys aren't happy with that, I completely understand. I feel like I should be more knowledgeable on these type of things, but at the same time, I did at least do my homework on these figures, right? So I did go ahead and look at on the images. This one right here, because of the head sculpt, actually it's good enough for me to put on the good tier list. I actually liked her. She looked really good. The suit was great. Everything looked good about her, right? So I can't put her on average. I think she's good enough for me to put her on good. A really good figure, so no issues with her at all. Next, we have the Lizard Diorama base. This is a figure that I do have. I had a lot of issues with Hot Toys for not putting this guy as an actual 1/6 scale figure. We've never gotten an actual Lizard 1/6 scale figure, and they did the same thing here. Instead of doing a full a full 1/6 scale figure. They just did a diorama base that goes that pretty much goes together with the Amazing Spider-Man 2. It does look good, I will confess, right? And the flight pole is as big as I've ever seen of any figure. But again, the fact that it's just a diorama base, I cannot put him on this list. I have to put him on average. I am so sorry. Maybe you guys will hate me for that. But again, just the fact that it's a diorama base, I have to put him on the average tier list. Next, we're going to go with Loki from the series Loki. First of all, for those of you guys who have watched Loki 2 already, my God, what a series. It's like Marvel's back now that Loki 2 has concluded. Loki 1 also was a fantastic series, and the figure was a really good one. Again, why did I not collect this guy? I don't know. I should have. A great figure for sure, no question. Great figure. I'm not gonna go with elite nor good. I think great is enough for me personally, so I'm gonna go ahead and put him there. A great figure that comes with a lot of things. Next, we're gonna go with Luke Skywalker. This is the B-Spin DX version. I think it's DX25 if I'm not mistaken. Please forgive me, guys, if I'm mistaken. It is based on his appearance on The Empire Strikes Back. This is a figure that I do have, and I do have an unboxing video as well. Feel free to check it out whenever you guys have a chance. This is a character that I really liked a lot. It came with a lot of great things. It came with two bases. One that has an LED kind of base that lights up beautifully. A lot of fantastic things that come with this figure. So for me, I'm gonna go with great as well. A lot of great things about this figure. I really appreciate it a lot. So no question for me, it is a great figure. I can't put him on elite. I think he's good enough for at least, for me to at least put here on the great tier list. Next, another Luke Skywalker version. This is from The Mandalorian. So yes, guys, I do remember that. To me, this is the best Luke Skywalker I've ever seen. That's just my personal opinion from the Mandalorian series. He does come with a Grogu as well, I think on the deluxe version. The cape, how cool and legendary he looks. It's just a fantastic figure. It's so good that for me it's enough to put on the elite tier list. To me, this guy looks a little bit better than the Empire Strikes Back version, so for me it's good enough to put on that tier list. Big fan of Luke. I thought he looked fantastic, so definitely gonna go ahead and put him right there. No question about it. Next, we have the Miles Morales upgraded suit from the Spider-Man 2 video game. This is a figure that I also have already, and the unboxing video will be dropping soon. I have not opened them, so I don't want to cheat. I do want to be. I'm gonna go based on the images that I've seen of him and the unboxing videos from other collectors. And I do want to confess, once I open mine, my opinion might change. So I'm just gonna go based on those images that I've seen already. To me, this figure is a good one, but not an elite one. I don't think that they put too much detail on the suit. And then again, there's no face sculpt. It's just the mask itself. I think the spider webs did change, if I'm not mistaken. The patterns and all that, it did change, but I don't think for me it's good enough to put on the great tier list. I'm just gonna go ahead and go with good, and this is an exclusive version as well. So again, I hate the fact that it is that way. Again, this is a Spider-Man figure doing going exclusive. I just don't understand why. For me, it is a good figure, but I can't go with great in my personal opinion. Next, another figure that I don't understand why I didn't collect, and that's Moon Knight. Moon Knight, I will be honest with you guys, before the series I did not know who he was, and it pains me to say that. I feel embarrassed saying that, but I just didn't really know who he was. But trust me, I do now. Big fan of the series. The character was portrayed fantastically. The different personalities of the character was something that really kept caught my attention and made me really love this figure. So no question about it, Moon Knight is a great figure. But I'm not gonna go with good, and here's why. I'm sorry, I'm gonna go with good, not great, and here's the reason why. It didn't come with a face sculpt of the actor. I don't understand why. I wish it would have came with a face sculpt, or maybe the other version of himself, where it's just the white kind of face mask, I guess, if I can put it that way. It only came with this version, and I wish they would have included more things. So I can't go with great. I'm gonna go with good. Still a good figure in itself, but just can't go great. Next, we have the Iron Man Neon Tech suit. So this was released at the very beginning of the year. It also came with a suit up gantry that's pretty much all light up, and sadly an exclusive version, so a lot of us didn't get the chance to actually get them. This guy, no question about it, also elite. Looking at some of the images, looking at some of the videos, fantastic figure. How he lights up, it's great. I will confess, he is better than my Neon Tech 4.0 Iron Man, especially since it comes out with a suit up gantry. Such a fantastic figure. He looks great, and one that I wish I could have gotten my opportunity to get, but I didn't. But again, just going based on the people that do have it, is one of the best figures that Hot Toys has ever released. So no question to me, it goes on the elite. Next, we have, I hope I'm pronouncing correctly, we have Paz Vizsla. She is from the book of the book of Boba Fett. For me, and I hate to say it, I would say another average figure. Really nothing that really caught my attention. It is a good figure for sure, but I really can't go in the good tier list. I have to go to the average. Again, a good character, good figure, but just not enough for me to put on the good tier list. Next, another figure that I don't understand why I didn't collect. We have Peacemaker, portrayed by John Cena. This guy, I'm not even gonna doubt it. Elite. One of the best figures I've ever seen in my life by Hot Toys. Looking at some of the videos of the collectors and looking at some of the people that I follow on Instagram from my collections website, fantastic figure. So many accessories, the face expressions, the way the body is built. It's such a fantastic figure, one of the best that I've ever seen. And again, I regret so much that I never got him. So hopefully one day I do, right? Hopefully one day I do, but no question to me, he goes on the elite list, and he just might be the best figure that I've seen all year. And at the end of the video, I'll let you guys know which is the best figure that I've seen all year. Next, we have another Loki. We have a President Loki. Surprised that they released him again. Why did I collect them? Why did I not collect them? Not sure, but a great figure as well. This guy goes also on the great tier list. A very good figure. Comes with a lot of accessories as well. The facial expressions, I love it. The fact that he has his horns or crown, I guess if you can put it that way, I'm happy that they did that. The suit looks good on him, so a really great figure, no question about it. He goes on this tier list. Very glad that they released a figure for him as well. Sadly, I don't have him. Again, so many figures that I should have that I don't, but I promise you guys that as Hot Toys keeps releasing figures for the future, I am collecting as many as I possibly can. Next, we're gonna go ahead and go with the Purge Trooper from, I believe, The Mandalorian. I hope I'm correct. If I'm not, I really apologize if I'm not. But this guy, I can't go with just average. I feel like the suit color and all the accessories that it comes with, he is a good figure. He is one that I do plan to purchase in the future. I really like the coloring of the suit. So this guy, to me, it is a must buy if you guys are fans of clones. So, and troopers. So, to me, he goes on good just based on the color of his suit, which is black and red. Next, we're going to go ahead and go with Reva. This is a figure that I did purchase. Now, she is not ready yet for us Sideshow collectors. I believe she has been released for those of you guys who purchase off of Pop Collectibles and websites that are over there internationally. The face sculpt is really good, honestly. I'm going to go ahead and go with good. I can't go great, but she's a really good figure, honestly. one that I really liked a lot. A lot of people weren't big fans of her during the series. Me personally, I mean, I thought she was okay, right? There were some things that did bother me, but at the same time, we're not talking about the character. We're talking about her likeness to the series. The face sculpt is absolutely amazing. I'm actually tempted to put her on gray, but I just can't go there, right? But still, in all, a really, really good figure. Next, we have Shang-Chi from the movie Shang-Chi. I'll be honest with you guys, not a fan of this figure. I don't know why the face sculpt is just too simple for me. Maybe I'm just being a hater, I don't know, but I'm just gonna go with average. I really didn't find anything about this figure that's, good. Nothing really stands out. I guess the suit is a really good look. But I don't know. I'm sorry guys. I wish I can go great, good or great, but I can't. I just have to go average. Next, we have the advanced suit for Peter Parker from the Spider-Man 2 video game. Another figure that I did go ahead and purchase, but it hasn't arrived yet. Some collectors have already received it. Us here at Sideshow, we're still waiting. Hopefully, we can get this guy soon to pair him up with Miles Morales. To me, even though the style of the suit is the same as Miles Morales, the coloring does it for me. I'm sorry. The coloring does it for me to go ahead and put this guy on the great tier list. He is also an exclusive version, but to me the suit color looks really, really good, and it's enough for me to go ahead and put him on the great tier list. And I cannot wait to get his symbiote version, and also the big humongous Venom that was released from this series. Both of those figures, I cannot wait to get them. No question, I don't see anything making me drop them from an elite tier list. Both Venom and Spider-Man black suit will go on this elite tier list. Again, we'll see, right? But no question, to me, those two figures are some that I'm very excited about. But for now, the advanced suit goes on the great tier list. Next is another figure that I am very sad about. I wanted to really get this guy, and unfortunately, because of my actual day job, I wasn't able to get him. And that is the Spider-Man from I believe it's the animated series or the comics. I think it's the comics, right? This guy, I was very excited to get him, although I'm about to drop a controversial comment, and I wasn't a big fan of him. I thought the body type looked kind of weird. The shape looked a little bit weird. The lenses, they're way too huge in my personal opinion, and the shape of the head isn't that great either. I could never put a Spider-Man on the average tier list, but nothing really makes me say that he goes on the great tier list, so I have to put him on the good tier list. Sadly, I never got the chance to get him, and they only released a very low amount of versions of him. So I'm really, really sorry, guys. I wish we could have done an unboxing video for him, but we're not gonna get that chance. Next, we have Sylvie. Sylvie, I'm a big fan of Sylvie. Also have a kind of a small crush on the actress, right? Sofia Di Martino. I really like her character. Some people kind of find her annoying. I don't. I really like the character, but I really didn't like the figure, and I don't have the figure, right? But I thought her face sculpt wasn't that good at all. They could have done better. Honestly, they could have done a lot better. I really am not a big fan. Actually, I'm willing to go with just putting her on the average tier list. Again, it wasn't a bad figure, but I thought the face sculpt could have been much, much better, and it isn't good enough for me to put on either of these tier lists. I think she's good enough to be at least on the average tier list, but just my personal opinion. Next, we have a figure that I also have, which is the Amazing Spider-Man. Oh boy, you guys are gonna hate me on this one. So obviously, I'm a big Spider-Man fan, big Andrew Garfield fan, but I don't think he came with enough accessories for me to put on a great tier list. I want to make it clear, if we're just talking about nostalgia, this guy belongs right here. but we're talking about the suit, we're talking about the figure, we're talking about how he's built. The web patterns, they're pretty much the same. The hand pieces are the same as any other Spider-Man figure. There's nothing really special about him. I have to put him on the good list. I am so sorry if I'm offending somebody, but I just have to not let nostalgia get the best of me. Whenever by the way, I do have an unboxing video as well if you guys want to go ahead and check it out on my YouTube channel. I had some issues with this guy, and also he's not even from the No Way Home movie. They made him based on his appearance in The Amazing Spider-Man 2. So I have to go with good. Again, I could never dare put a Spider-Man character on the average or below average list. I have to go with just good. Next, we're gonna go with another masterpiece of a figure, and that's gonna be the Batman, played by Robert Pattinson. This is a figure that I do also have on pre-order, which is pretty much paid, just waiting on that alert by Sideshow. Some of you guys have started to get the figure. I'm not even gonna think about it twice. This guy goes over here. Everything that he came with, the light up, the light, the bat cycle, the accessories, his appearance, the cape, everything fantastic. Kind of a controversial comment. I think Robert Pattinson is the person who has interpreted Batman the best, and that's just my personal opinion. The reason why I feel this way is because, to me, he displays this darkness, this kind of detective vigilante type of personality from Batman that I don't get from Ben Affleck and other actors. Obviously, the main Batman will always be Kevin Conroy. May he rest in peace. But as far as a live action movie, I think this guy represents the darkness, the vigilante, the kind of the loneliness, the depression type of feeling when it comes to Batman. He displays it, very well, and I just don't get that from other Batman. So in my personal opinion, he displays the Batman the best, and the figure's just an absolute masterpiece. I've seen some of the videos. He's great. The bat cycle looks really good. I cannot wait for me to get mine, and yes, we will do an unboxing video here on my YouTube channel, so stay tuned in for that. Next, we have the Grand Inquisitor. This guy was also just released recently. Yes, I also have this guy on pre-order, so can't wait to get him. And again, this is what I was talking about at the beginning of the video. Whenever I'm talking about these figures, I'm going based on how they made them compared to the action movie or series. So for example, the design of the suit wasn't really well done on the Kenobi series, but again, we're going based on what the creators did of the series. Hot Toys, they're just going based on how the figure looks on the TV series, right? And to me, the appearance is it's exactly the same. It's so good that honestly, I'm willing to go to great. That might be a controversial move that I just did right now, but the way that the figure looks, again, compared to his appearance on the series, it's really good. Honestly, it's a really good figure. So I would put him on the great tier list in my personal opinion. Next, we have the Iron Man Mark V. If I'm not mistaken, this is also a re-release from a previous Iron Man. The face sculpt to Robert Downey Jr. is one of the best that I've seen, and the suit is an absolute masterpiece. Without question, another Iron Man on the elite list. This guy looks perfect, honestly. I really am starting to question why am I not getting more Ironmans. I promise you guys, I do have some on pre-order, and I will be eventually getting some Iron Man myself. But to me, Mark V goes on the elite tier list. Next, we have Trooper Jesse. To me, actually, Trooper Jesse, I'm gonna go ahead and go with good. The reason I'm gonna go ahead and go with good, and this guy is from the Clone Wars, is number one, it comes with a head sculpt. I'm glad that they did that. That's a lot of detail. It comes with a lot of really good things. So to me, it's enough to put it on the good tier list. A really good figure, right? Obviously can't go great, but I think it's enough for me to go ahead and put there. Next, we have Venom from the Venom 2 Let There Be Carnage movie. That's another really good figure. I don't think he's as good as Carnage, though, believe it or not. So I can't go elite. I will go great just because of all the accessories and how massive that figure is. So just that alone, you know, makes me put him on the great tier list. But I do think that Carnage is a little tad better. Not sure why I feel that way. But I don't think Venom belongs on the elite tier list. I have to put him on the great tier list. Next, we're gonna go ahead and go with Wanda. Oh, by the way, Venom, of course, I do have him. Yes, I do have him. We're gonna go with the Scarlet Witch Wanda from the WandaVision series. I do have this character as well, and I do have an unboxing video, which is also on my YouTube channel if you guys want to go ahead and take a look. The likeness to Elizabeth Olsen is absolutely amazing, but a big problem that I had is how her arms connect to her chest piece. To me, they should have done in silicone body. They didn't, and so for me, that makes her not want me to put her on the great tier list. I have to put her on the good tier list. That's as much as I can do. I wish I could put her higher, but I just don't think it's enough. Next, we're gonna do the War Machine from the comics. This guy, easily great. He looks fantastic. It's a figure that I eventually plan on getting in the near future. A really good figure, and it resembles his appearance on the comics. So to me, he goes on great. But just not, it doesn't stand out enough for me to put him on the elite tier list. Next, we have Wenwu. So Wenwu was from the Shang-Chi movie. He is the main villain. One of the most underrated and fantastic villains I've ever seen. I love this guy a lot in the movie. To me, without question, my favorite part of it. And he was so good, we actually got two versions of him. So we have the suit up version, which was a Hot Toys exclusive. To me, he looks better than Shang-Chi, so I'm gonna go ahead and put him on good. And same thing for the regular version of him with the 10 rings. I have to put him on the good, both of them. Both are good figures. They resemble the actor's face sculpt, but they don't stand out enough for me to put them on great along with the ones that are there already. But I think they're at least good enough where I think they're better than Shang-Chi, so I have to put them on the good tier list. No, I don't have those figures, sadly. Next, we have Wolverine from his Days of Future Past version. This guy, I don't have him yet. I should have him within the next upcoming weeks. Whenever he was first released, I did not get him. I did not purchase him. I decided that it was best just for me to go ahead and pass on him. But after a while, I changed my opinion and I thought it was best to get him, so I did get him. But most likely I'm on a later batch, so I'm gonna have to wait on this guy. But just looking at the videos, the pictures, and all its accessories that it comes with, I think it's good enough for me to put him on the great tier list. That guy looks really good. Looks fantastic, so it's enough for me to go ahead and put him on the tier list, on the great tier list. So just my personal opinion, right? A lot of great accessories, the only Wolverine on this list. So the face sculpt to Hugh Jackman was really good as well. I can't go elite. I don't think he's that elite for me to put him up there, but I think he's good enough to be on the second tier list. The last 5 figures, we have 2 Wonder Woman. So we're gonna go ahead and go with the 1984 version of her, which I do have on collected. I didn't do an unboxing video for this one. I do have her saved up either way. She is a figure that I purchased, a really good figure that comes with a lot of great accessories as well. The face sculpt does look like Gal Gadot, although it's not the perfect Gal Gadot face sculpt, but it's still a really good one, so I'm actually gonna go with great. I thought the figure was really good. The suit is fantastic. The accessories that the figure comes with is great, and the body is also made out of silicone, so it's good enough for me to put on the great version, and I have to put her on the great because this next figure is an elite one without question. Now, another figure that because of my daily job I wasn't able to purchase her. I was only able to purchase this Batman. They were both released at the same time, or I guess announced. Fortunately, I got the bad end of the deal. I got the worst figure and not the best one. But Wonder Woman is a fantastic figure. They went with the rooted hair finally, and she looks perfect. The best face sculpt that I've seen for Gal Gadot, so no question this figure goes on the elite tier list. We have three more. We have the Wrecker. So this is gonna be from the Bad Batch. Also a good figure, but I just can't go on the good tier list. I'm so sorry. I hope I don't offend anybody with what I'm saying, right? But I don't think anything stands out for me to put him on the good tier list. I have to put him on the average tier list. A good figure, but that's all I can really go with. Next we have Yelena from the Black Widow movie. This one is another character that I have issues with. The face sculpt isn't really that good. Doesn't come with a lot of accessories. Again, not an ugly figure, but not good enough to even make it to average. In my personal opinion, I have to put her on below average. Again, just my personal opinion. Nothing really stands out about the character. The face sculpt, just like Kate Bishop, isn't good at all. So honestly, if I can be totally honest with you guys, I thought Hot Toys did a bad job with this kind of Hawkeye type of Black Widow extravaganza. I thought this character, Yelena, her face sculpt wasn't that great. Same thing with Kate Bishop. If I'm not mistaken, they didn't even release a Hawkeye figure. So honestly, not Hot Toys' finest hour, in my personal opinion. Last figure, we have Mark 1. We have Mark 1, of course, from the first Iron Man movie. I think just nostalgia alone, this guy goes on good. The question is, does he belong on great? Oh boy. I want to say yes so bad, guys. I want to say yes so bad. Just because it's the first suit, I have to go with good. I mean, the suit is dirty, I can go on and on, but I think to me, he's at least good enough to be on the good tier list, but nothing, really stands out for me to put on the great tier list, and definitely not the elite tier list. So pretty much, guys, that's gonna be it. That's my ranking of all of the figures released in 2023 by Hot Toys. These are all figures that pretty much all of you guys should have if you guys are on to collect all of them. Again, just wanted to kind of give my thoughts. We've gone over 1 hour. I am so sorry. I know I am one that talks a lot, but I just wanted to make sure that I gave a brief description as to why each figure belongs where they belong. I'm sure a lot of you guys are going to disagree with a lot of my rankings, which is totally fine. Feel free to comment what you guys think I did wrong, or what you guys think I did right. The only thing that I can ask for is for you guys to be nice about it. At the end of the day, these are just opinions. We have our each different opinions, but at the same time, I am willing to listen to all of you guys' opinions. You guys might just be able to change my mind. But again, just kind of wanted to give my honest opinion on all these figures that were released in 2023, my thoughts about them, and what do I think about them. Before I end the video, guys, I want to let you know what's coming up. So at the beginning of the year, I'm going to go ahead and do a similar video, but this time I'm going to go ahead and preview what Hot Toys has in store for 2024, what figures are coming up, which ones I am excited to receive. We'll make a quick ranking, right, of the figures that I'm more excited to receive. Also, I have 2 more unboxings to go, and that's going to be the Batman, the Christian Bale gray and blue suit, and then also the Miles Morales figures. So make sure you hit the notifications bell so that way you stay updated, so when those videos drop, you'll be ready to go ahead and watch them. Also, again, so that's what I have coming up. Also, I do have my collection tour coming up. I just want to go ahead and finish with the unboxing, so that way I can go ahead and finally do a collection tour. I have been very excited to do one finally, so hopefully we can go ahead and get that taken care of. But before I do end the video, guys, I wanted to kind of give you guys a special shout out. So obviously we are ending the year, and obviously this year I made a big risk at at doing this YouTube channel. For those of you guys who have subscribed, I cannot tell you how much it means to me. All of the support that I've received from you guys have just been an absolute blessing to me, and this hasn't been easy. Honestly, it is a tough job to do to unbox figures and try to get the best details that I can possibly get, regarding each figure. But you guys have supported me a lot, and we're at 316 subscribers. So hopefully this upcoming year we're able to grow more. As I always say, if you guys have any questions or anything that you guys want to talk to me about regarding the figures and upcoming hot toys, feel free to send me a direct message on Instagram or just leave a comment on the description of the video. Want to also go ahead and remind you guys that I am on Instagram and TikTok. The links to that are on the description of the video as well. There, as I always say, I post images and more content regarding the figures that I do receive. But for now, guys, this is going to go ahead and be it for this video. Want to thank you so much for taking time out of your day to take a look at my video. Want to wish you guys the best Happy New Year and a happy 2024 for all of you guys that are watching me today. Again, if it is the first time, feel free to subscribe, like this video, and hit the notifications bell so that you stay updated once I do any content or any unboxings. But for now, guys, this is going to be it for the video. Thank you so much for supporting and for watching, and I will see you next time.